Hello, everyone. It's another beautiful day the Lord has given us, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. This is Stella from the Family Enrichment Hub, welcoming you to another series again today. And we shall be sharing on the importance of overcoming our public speaking fear. I want to share a quote with us from Reverend Felix Funke Adejumo, and she said, "The 21st century illiteracy is not the inability to read and write, but it's the inability to unlearn and relearn." Why? Because everything which has not served us up to this point in our lives, I strongly believe we can unlearn it and learn a new skill which will help us to move our lives and our purposes forward. I want to share a story with us. Many years ago, in 1995, I was in senior 5 in St. Paul's College in Mbale, what you call Mbale College. And when we reported back to school at the beginning of that particular term, a list came out from the administration. And this list had different activities which all the students were going to be participating in. And I noticed that my name had been placed on 22nd November 1995. I was supposed to take a reading in front of the entire school on that particular day. I felt a sense of fear. I felt an adrenaline rush within me. I felt like my entire world was crumbling. Why? Because I'd never participated in public speaking activities. I'd never participated in school leadership in my lower school years. So I felt this was an extremely daunting task, and I was not sure I was able to pull it off. But with practice, I practiced on a daily basis, and when the D-Day finally came, by God's grace, honestly, it was by God's grace, it was a miracle. I pulled it off, albeit with a running stomach. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with us another incident again, which I had in my journey of public speaking. On 6th December 2003, that was my wedding day. It was a beautiful day, like you'd expect of any bride and groom. The day went on so well. We were so happy, we were so excited that our big day had finally arrived. And in the evening, during the time when we were hosting our guests at the reception, the moment finally came when the bride and groom had to address their guests. And I told my husband, "I'm not going to speak." And he thought I was joking. And I insisted, "I am not going to make a speech because I don't want to make a speech." Long story short, my husband made the speech alone. And I listened to him giving an excuse on my behalf, saying I was too excited that I could not even speak. But within me, I knew I had a challenge, I had a problem, I had a fear of public speaking. Why am I sharing these stories with us? I am sharing these so that for those of us who find themselves in a similar situation where you cannot do a public speech, where you cannot present yourself before people, to help us understand that, like Reverend Funke Felix Adejumo said, anything which is not serving you, you can unlearn it and you can learn a new skill that will help you to serve your purpose and fulfill your destiny on the earth. And so, on that note, I want to share a few tips that we can use as parents to help us help our children to overcome their own fears of public speaking. One of the things that greatly helped me when I started off on my journey of public speaking was the mirror presentations. I did a lot of presentations just to myself in the mirror, And that helped boost a lot of my confidence. And most of the time, by the time I would get out of the mirror, I would feel a sense of, yes, I can actually speak. If I could speak to myself in the mirror and critique myself, I can surely stand in front of an audience and I can be able to deliver a presentation. Another very important thing that helped me during my journey of overcoming public speaking fear was loud affirmations. I gave myself affirmations. I spoke out affirmations. I told myself, I am not supposed to be like this. I refused to fear. I spoke it out. And I came across a scripture in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, which says, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but I've given you a spirit of love and of power and of a sound mind. That was a powerful scripture that I spoke to myself on a daily basis. And with every passing day, I felt a sense of confidence rising within me that I could actually be able to make a presentation, to do a speech in front of the public without being intimidated. And then another thing that I use for the case of my children today, and this was wisdom that we got as a family, that we need to take advantage of the functions that we host at home. Usually we have birthdays for our children and we do some parties around. So we told ourselves, let's use these parties where people come together, where our relatives and friends are coming home, and we use these opportunities for our children. We give every child an opportunity to be able to address and to welcome and to thank the guests for coming to our home. So every time we give every child an opportunity, whether they are making sense or not making sense, we are happy just to know that we are giving the children a platform to be able to use to overcome the fear of public speaking. And while they are doing that, we are encouraging them, we are cheering them, we are clapping, because this is an opportunity for them to be able to confront any fears that they may be having that could hold them back from doing public presentations. And then another thing that I also noticed along the way is that every time you shout at children, you are crushing their confidence. Every time you're screaming at them when they have something to present to you as parents, and you raise your voice at them, you're actually killing their drive. You're killing their ability of self expression. So at the end of the day, that kind of child who grows up when they feel a sense of, my parents don't listen to me, my family members do not want to listen to me, they rubbish everything which I try to say, that is going to kill your children's confidence. And before you know it, they will be timid, they will be cowardly, they will not be able to express themselves. Because if they cannot express themselves from the family setting, trust me, they cannot express themselves when they are outside in the public. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that greatly helped me on my journey of overcoming public speaking fear was the LinkedIn studies. I went into LinkedIn and I did so many courses. I listened to so many speakers. I listened to different people explaining and sharing their experiences with public speaking. And by the end of the day, I felt a sense of confidence of, if they can do it, surely I can also do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage us, especially those of us who are parents and we are raising children. Let's build the esteem of our children. Ability to do public speaking stems from their inner confidence that you, as the parents, are going to help them to build. A confident child is a child that will not be intimidated to do a public speaking activity. As I close off this session, I want to give you a quote from Napoleon Hill from his classic book, Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill said, anything which the mind can conceive and believe to be true, it can actually achieve. I believe anything which we purpose with our minds and we focus our entire attention into it, it's only a matter of time and we shall be able to achieve it and to perfect it. And so is the same with our public speaking. Let's help our children to build their confidence and their esteem and let them know that there is nothing to fear, that they can actually be able to speak and be able to fulfill their destinies for their lives. Thank you so much for listening in today. I want to encourage all of us again to subscribe to our channel, to like it, and to share it widely so that together we shall transform our society through transformed families. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.